Okay, I don't know if this is like crooked or not, or my records are just crooked, which is probably the latter. So this is not a concert tip, so I'm just gonna go through my record collection. I don't have a lot. I will show you my record player after. Anyway, I haven't collected in a while. I also don't buy them online, so it's only really what I can find in like one store that I go to. Also, I don't even think my records that I have reflect my taste. Anyway, so I'm just gonna grab them. They're like not in any order, but yeah, I just guess we'll go through them. First one I have here is Blink-182. You can see that. The only Blink album I have, but it's because it has my favorite song by them, which is The Rock Show. I can jam to that song forever. Number 2 is Death of a Bachelor, Panic at the Disco. It's my favorite Panic at the Disco album. I'm not like the biggest fan of their older stuff, so you can come for me all you want, but this is literally their best album. My favorite song off here is... Wait, do they have a new one? Oh. Anyway, my favorite song off this is LA Devotee. I actually really like their new album, so... Anyway, so this is actually my favorite Panic at the Disco album. Like, literally every song on this is good. I have a really small version of Save Rock and Roll, which is my favorite Fall Out Boy album. My favorite song of this album is Young Volcanoes because I like to sing it with my friend, and it's a very fun song. I have not seen Fall Out Boy. I was supposed to see them on their Hella Mega tour with Weezer and Green Day, which literally is like a dream tour, but it might be cancelled, and I'm gonna be really sad. Number 4, the live-action Beauty and the Beast soundtrack. This is literally one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm obsessed with the soundtrack. My favorite song, I don't even think I can pick between, well, Josh Groban's version of Evermore and Gaston. Anyway, this movie, the live-action movie version of this movie, Good Sentence, is very good. I love movie soundtracks, by the way. Number 5? Simple Plans. I honestly don't know what it's called. It could just be called Simple Plan, but don't come for me. I'm not a fake fan. I just don't know what it's called. My favorite song on here is honestly probably I'm Just a Kid. Oh my god. Like this album, like I listen to this when I just cry. Like you can call me cringy, but they're relatable songs. Like they're also funny. Like I can laugh at them. Like Perfect makes me laugh, but like I also cry to it. Same with I'm Just a Kid. I love singing that song. Green Day. So this is a classic. You can call me basic for owning this album, but it's kind of a banger. I'm also supposed to see them on the Hella Mega whatever tour, but I've just like accepted the fact that I'm not gonna see them in August, which makes me really upset because they're like the last band I have to see on my bucket list, and Fall Out Boy. Like I could have checked them both off in the same concert. So, Greatest Showman. I don't know if it's an original musical movie, but if it is, I'm going to say it's the best original musical soundtrack I've ever heard in my life. My favorite song is probably From Now On, and A Million Dreams, and The Greatest Show, and Come Alive, and The Other Side, Never Enough, and This Is Me, and Rewrite the Stars. So if I had to pick one, you know. Speaking of movie soundtracks, yes, we're going to ignore this guy that I'm covering, but Baby Driver. The vibes in this movie are great. The whole movie is like in sync with the music and everything. Like if you haven't seen it, go watch it. So I have this album. I've been meaning to sell this because I bought the wrong version of this album. I don't know why. I'm just stupid. I wanted the original version, but I thought it was. Bryan Adams Ultimate. So this is the one with all his best songs. So that's all I need because I only like his best songs. This one, I have Dashboard Confessionals, Crooked Shadows. So I saw that this was the concert I saw that got me into concert photography. I was obsessed with We Fight. Like that, I think that was like number 2 on my top songs of like 2018 or 2019 or whatever. Look at that. It's probably too bright, but it's like, it looks like paint. I don't know if it's supposed to look like this, like, or if all the paint just fell down to one side, but it's like clear and paint. So that's a pretty cool album, not gonna lie. So obviously I have My Chemical Romance's Black Parade. I don't have any other MCR ones because I've never found them before. Famous Last Words is my all-time favorite MCR song. Like I could just scream that song forever. I bet you didn't expect this, but Marianas Trench. So I've never found any Marianas Trench vinyl before. I know I could buy them online. I just like, they're already expensive enough, so I don't want to pay shipping. So when I finally found one M Trench album in a store, I bought it. But this is Ever After, and my favorite album of theirs is Masterpiece Theater. Anyway, this album, I grew up on this album. It came out in 2011, so I was 12, and I listened to this album non-stop on my Walkman. Every single Marianas Trench song is phenomenal. So next one is AJR's The Click. This isn't the kind of music I listen to, but when 21 Pilots went on their hiatus, I got into them because his voice reminded me of Tyler Joseph's voice. Like, they kind of sound similar. I don't know if anyone else thinks that, but I think they sound similar. I heard Sober Up on the radio. I fell in love with their music. This is a good album. My favorite song is probably Sober Up, just because it was my #1 most listened to song of 2018. So yes, I do have Ed Sheeran's Divide. Castle on the Hill makes me bawl my eyes out because it reminds me of like high school and actually having friends again. And the other songs on this album are good too. Like, this is a good album. Like, I don't understand like why people don't like it and stuff. Oh, I do have it. I didn't even think I had this. I don't know why. I bought it. I must have bought it when I saw them. Anyway, Pray for the Wicked. Old Fashioned is my favorite song off this album. And I like this one too. The rest of mine are just like normal black ones, but it's like marble. It's pretty. Next up, the new Youngblood album. Nope, it's the new Five Sauce album called Youngblood. I don't really listen to Five Sauce. Like, I know their big songs and everything, like, but I really like their new album. I don't know, it just like never came to my age group. I don't know. Next up, I have Jimmy Eat World, Bleed American. When I went to this concert, I was the only girl and also the only person under the age of 45. I really like Hear You Me. It's a good album, good show. I was supposed to see them on my birthday, which was 2 days ago, but that was canceled. I have One Direction, Made in the AM. The two best One Direction albums are 4 and Made in the AM. Like, all the songs are good. They all make me cry. Next up, speaking of One Direction, I have Harry Styles. This is Harry Styles. It came with a booklet of just photos of Harry in a bathtub and all the lyrics and everything, which makes it so thick that like I can't put it in the frame. That was very nice. Thank you, Harry Styles, for that. It's currently on my record player now, so I don't have the record in here. Next up, I have Fall Out Boy's Mania. So I wasn't like too crazy about this album, but like the songs aren't bad. I liked it. I still bought it. I still appreciated it because I like Fall Out Boy. Second last, I have One Direction's 4. No Control is my favorite One Direction song of all time, and it's on here. Last one, A Day to Remember. Their most popular album, I'm pretty sure, but I love A Day to Remember. Oh, my camera. So yeah, I saw them for the first time at Rockfest, and I hadn't heard of them before that, but I was like, their music was so good. And then when I saw them 2 years later again, I crowd surfed for the first time. So I didn't mention, but you can see those. Maybe not. I have Trench, Vessel, and Blurryface because I love 21 Pilots. Trench, my favorite song off Trench is Chlorine. I love that song. Favorite song off Vessel is either Trees or Holding On To You. Probably Trees, but Holding On To You is definitely one of my other favorites. My favorite on Blurryface is Polarize. I've never like determined that as my favorite song off Blurryface, but definitely the song I listen to the most and still like jam to. So I'll show you my record player. Three albums that I don't have here, but I do have. I have Annie, Cats, and Grease. If I had 3 albums to pick, I would pick Masterpiece Theater, Sum 41. Ooh, I can't choose between like 3 of those albums. I want to say Fine Line, but yeah, I'm just gonna say Fine Line. Oh, but I also want the Phantom of the Opera. I kind of would maybe want the movie version instead of the Broadway one. So I hope you like my record collection. Let me know what you think. If you think my music taste sucks, or not. You can follow me on Spotify if you want, except I think my music taste is trash. I listen to everything from country to punk to metal to pop to rock to Broadway. So thanks for watching. You can follow me on my socials, tips for concerts, or read my blog, concerttips.ca, and subscribe. Okay, my camera's gonna die.